Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And it's the show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to catch us every Friday, 7 p.m. on the Friday Fix. And also every week here at the new show, Civil Discourse, with Wes and Steve. You can check that one out throughout the week. Usually it airs on Sundays.
Absolutely. So how the hell has your day been, man?
It's been all right, man. I just, I like to wake up in the morning, drink some orange juice, and read about the chaos.
I mean, it never ends. There's a never ending kind of a cycle of learning about what the hell's new is going on in this country or around the world, man. And
I'm truly entertained that, the Trump White House is posting things just for content. I mean, he had a picture of him as the Pope. One is a Sith Lord.
Yeah. I mean, and it seems like we're a joke right now. Everything's a joke. Everything's like, oh, they're trolling. Is that what we want our White House to be doing, is trolling?
Yes.
Is it, we want, like, it just seems like we want the dumbest imaginable to be leading us, because you can relate to that. It tells me a lot about you when you can relate to the dumbest imaginable.
I like my presidents where I don't have to see them unless they come out and give a speech. I shouldn't have to see them every day, but this is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that, the U.S. reaches agreement to settle lawsuit brought over Ashli Babbitt's shooting during Capitol riot. The Trump administration has reached a preliminary agreement to settle a wrongful death lawsuit brought by the family of Ashli Babbitt over her shooting by an officer during the U.S. Capitol riot, attorneys said on Friday. Lawyers for Babbitt's estate and the Justice Department told a judge in Washington's federal court that they have reached a settlement in principle, but the details are still being worked out, and the final agreement has not yet been signed. The terms of the settlement have not been disclosed. Babbitt's estate filed a $30 million lawsuit last year over her fatal shooting when she was attempted to climb through the broken window of a barricade door leading to the Speaker's lobby inside the Capitol on January 6, 2021. The Capitol police officers who shot her was cleared of wrongdoing by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia, which concluded that he acted in self-defense and defense of members of Congress. The Capitol Police also cleared the officer. Babbitt, a 35-year-old Air Force veteran from San Diego, was unarmed when she was shot by the police lieutenant when she tried to climb through the door as others in the mob pressed to get into the lobby outside the House chamber. The lawsuit alleges that the officer, who was not in uniform, failed to de-escalate the situation and did not give her any warnings or commands before opening fire. It also alleges negligence on the part of Capitol Police. The lawsuit says the department should have known that the officer was prone to behave in a dangerous or otherwise incompetent manner. Ashli posed no threat to the safety of anyone, the lawsuit said. The Capitol Police officer said in a televised interview that he fired as a last resort. When he pulled the trigger, he said he had no idea whether the person jumping through the window was armed. And so
from watching it the day of it happened, there was a mob that infiltrated this area of DC. They stormed the building, beat up police officers. There were a mob at the door. They broke the window, and she was the only one that could fit through the broken window, and she jumped through. She wasn't going to get through the window and just start finger pointing. They came for violence.
They beat cops the entire time, man. They were beating them. I mean, to say that you need to, like,
gallows up, bro. They were about to hang people.
To say that you need, like, she was posed no threat. I've watched them beat people all the way to get into where I'm at right now. I have I have U.S. senators, U.S. House members behind me. This is their lives at risk. I'm the last line of defense. These people have made it all the way through every barricade. They've crushed through barricades, beat cops, bear maced them, closed their helmets on their heads. You know what I mean? Crushing them in doorways. I heard them screaming. There's video footage of all this. We've all seen it.
We watched it. We watched it. We're not even going to play it. We watched it in real time.
Let me say this at the same time too. There's people who are like, oh, they just let them walk in. They're escorting them in. If I just saw you beat 40 other people outside here with just reckless abandon, you ain't care about beating them. Am I about to sit here and take a beating too? Probably not. Probably not. So, and the ones who probably let them in, you never know. Go look at their political allegiance.
No, remember
and I'll tell you a lot there
the
too.
The ones that let them in, they majority of them committed suicide a couple days later.
Yeah, I mean,
they thought they were going to be cooked. Remember, people were stealing things out of there. My whole thing is like this. Look, it was a violent mob. They came in there. They stormed the building. They broke the glass. You can watch the video of how she got killed. Watch the video. They're breaking.
He had the gun pointed at her for a substantial.
He said stop. He said
amount
stop.
of time.
They were trying to break down the door. They couldn't get through the door. We all watched it. They couldn't get through the door. They broke the glass, and she was the only person that could fit through it, and she was jumping through the glass to get at them. Yep. It was a mob. So, but anyways, like I'm saying, the people that orchestrated January 6th are the people that are running the country now. So, Of course, they're going to pay their people out. They let them out of jail.
They let them out, pardoned them all, let them out. Now they're going to make sure she gets probably, who knows, $30 million for the simple fact of her. This was not a riot. You tried to overthrow the government this was the transfer of power. The day of the peaceful transfer of power, you went down here to try and stop the peaceful transition of power in our country. That's not a small thing that you were doing. I mean, and at the same time, you've already assaulted people on your way to getting here. You're at the final door. It's your fault if you don't stop. You should know somebody's going to kill something. And I mean, be honest with you, if it's me, and if I tell you the truth about how I feel, it should have probably ended worse than what it did for everybody. That's just the truth. Maybe they wouldn't do that type of stuff again. But hey, we're here now. So, I mean,
they wouldn't do it because, the people that were storming the building were also European Americans, just like the people that were in power were European Americans. So they felt a little,
sympathy, remorse. Oh, they look like me.
Felt bad for them.
They were beaten. I remember they beat the cops so bad one time. They basically said,
dude, sorry.
Jesus. They basically said, hey, here's your dude right here, man. Here, pick your mans up right here. They threw him in front of everybody. They were like a corpse. A cop, you know what I mean? So it's just ridiculous, man, that this is what's happened. They're about to pay these people a bunch of money, basically paying her off because he felt bad because he got her. I mean,
remember the whole time he was like, yo, because he realized it was a black Secret Service officer that shot her. So he was like, release his name, let him out. But this is what it is. Look, and they're going to rewrite history to make her seem like she's a hero.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, the privilege is what saved them. And the privilege is the reason that they're in power right now. Because if it was anybody else, it would have been locked up. They would have made stories about it. They were talking, oh, this is the second anniversary of January 6th. So it is what it is, man. I can't complain about it, but crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Crazy. Just crazy.